it's very important that also I feel like people understand that there's also this maxim of sometimes less is more.
Hmm.
Whereas there
Yeah,
there is this, of course, people like we're talking about Brian Johnson, others, apply a lot of things at once, and it may work for them, and sometimes it's a lot better than
it's
doing
fine.
nothing.
Yeah,
But there is this also kind of approach that maybe do one thing at a time and see if it's for you. And that's really difficult because I've even gotten this, and I'll ask you about this because I saw a post recently. Carnivore Aurelius, you know him, that
oh yeah,
in the
yeah,
cryotherapy, right?
yeah, yeah.
So he kind of, said it's sort of bullshit in his words and everything. And it really got me thinking because I know certain patients that may have a lot of stressors already, may have weakened immune systems. And if they do cryo, they usually get worse, too much stress or just not right for them at the time. But I know people such as yourself, I believe, that absolutely use it, are huge advocates for it.
Yeah.
So, do you feel that people need to not just take in evidence, because there is tons of evidence it's very good for you, but actually experience and use some intuition and ability to react to see when they're
Hmm.
including kind of biohacking things in their life?
Yeah, yeah. I think that, the first step of everything, and first step, actually, allow me to correct that. The first steps to getting a better life is try to learn how your body works. Look, I have
Mm,
no wearable. I don't wear any
good for
because
you.
I've been into biohacking for years
Yeah.
and I know my body so perfectly that I know what works and what doesn't work. In our society, in our world, thanks God, we are all unique snowflakes. So what works for me may not work for other. When people ask me advices, I can give general advices. Yeah, take a cold plunge 4 hours after workout, before having your dinner, and not after. If you have lunch, wait 3 hours. Those are general principles that works for pretty much everybody because it's the system that works that way. Now, how long do you stay? That depends of your body fat, your
Hmm.
mitochondria, the glycogen you have in reserve, and everything. I can stay 45 minutes, but it's because I do it on purpose for some reason linked to flow state.
Mm.
Um, like everything that we do, and this is actually one of the that's the speech I'm going to have at Biohacker Expo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, extreme biohacking. There is a dark side of biohacking, and
Absolutely.
I want to explain people that it is great to try to improve your life, but everything you do in the extreme become oxidative stress.
Yes.
Oxidative stress is a counterproductive factor of longevity. So if you tell me, I wake up in the morning, I drink water and salt and lemon, I run outside to get my feet on the ground and to look at the sun rising. Then I come back and I take infrared therapy for my butt because I want that to be shiny. And then I go in my hyperbaric chamber and then I do blah, 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 blah. When you live, when do you live? When do
Yeah.
you take care of the others? When do you speak to your family? This is as much as important as all the supplements you can take and all the implementation and biohack you can take. If you don't socialize, if you don't exchange, if you don't nourish your brain, biohacking is shitty.
Yeah.
So you never have to go into the extreme. And there's studies that I'm using in my speech telling people that in the long run, a biohacker will live up to 90 or 95. Someone that takes things a bit less seriously without less struggle and pressure will live 210
Mm.
just by having the same lifestyle. And this is a case study on two identical twins living in the same city.
Mm.
So this is where we stand. This is the problem of a society. Everything we do, we always push too far and we fall into the extreme. And when we fall into the extreme, we have cases that come back and slam back in your face saying, it doesn't work. It's dangerous. It's
Yes.
risky. Here we are.
Yeah. And then there's
Yeah.
those "it didn't work for me" sort of thing. Like, of
That's
course, you
it.
are
That's
you. I
fine.
get it. You
That's
know,
fine.
I'm in medicine and I see people all the time, "Well, that approach didn't," like, okay, that's not an insult. Nothing's supposed to work for everyone.
Yeah.
I know we can
Yeah.
help people out there, of course, just like biohacking help, but it's not for
Yeah.
everyone. I think
No.
the underlying principles behind all of this are the endless pursuit of trying to be healthier and happier. That's all it is.